walked by this building, and the building had not been sealed up in the 10 some odd years it had been vacant, and the smell of mold would just exude from the building. Pigeons flying in and out of it. There had been a fire in it, water leakage, and so it was a building that was on our endangered building list for a long time. We hadn't gotten a lot of interest from developers in that corner of downtown. Nobody really wanted to be a first mover. Local folks had a lot of attachment to this property, and it was a really important part of our great collection of Art Deco buildings downtown, and an important corner because it is the kind of the commercial heart, or at least was at one time.
When we first saw the building, it was in just terrible shape, and we were able to kind of look at it and saw the bones of the building were good. There were a number of developers that tried to redevelop it before us, and I think by looking at what economically we could do with a hotel and what we needed to really kind of put together, what package we needed to put together, we could see that there is a big financing gap.
I think what made this unique was the sheer number of challenges that it had, and then the sheer number of programs we brought in to help address those challenges. We used both state and federal historic tax credits, new markets tax credits, a program called PACE financing, which is geared towards energy efficiency improvements, and then brownfield tax credits, which were utilized to address the environmental contamination in the building. In addition to that, we worked with the Kansas City EDC on a property tax abatement.
We like the challenge of the old building. We like really just bringing it back to life. We did the bottom 9 floors are Hotel Indigo, and then the top 3 floors are 27 apartments.
When the Indigo brand entered the market, I think people recognized that kind of downtown had finally arrived. We're finally among the ranks of top-tier cities like Dallases and Atlantas and Chicagos that also have Indigos. So I think it kind of catapulted us into a little bit of a different market.
With the restoration of the Fairfax building, now the Indigo, it's really created a complete stretch of historic buildings that stretch from the Archdiocese building down there that kind of frames up the street all the way to the Power and Light building. So you have a 3-4 block stretch of quality historic renovations with new activity on the street, a growing sense of safety and cleanliness.
To just see how many people are going in and out of that building versus people would walk on the other side of the street before.
We're getting more interest in the adjacent building, the Mark Twain building across the street, which has gone through a number of different developers who've tried to make a run at that and have failed. The City Center Square building directly to the east is seeing a lot more tenant uptake. There's more people on the street. It just seems more alive, and it's just really enriching to see the life back in the building and in that part of the city.